breaking news. I have work. And because I have no idea how to start a video, I have now resorted to complete buffoonery, which is, quite frankly, either silly or trying too hard or a complete cringe. Possibly it is all three. But welcome to another voiceover session. I even suited up for this, just for this bit. And I would like to introduce you to our friend here. If our camera will focus on friend here. Isn't that cute? The friend is very cute. I hope you'll agree with me. And if you think that that is silly, all I can say is that your inner child is very important to keep alive. And I think everyone should do that. And you might think that's a weird thing to say. This is a voiceover video. But I said it anyway because it is true. So to be honest, I've already recorded the whole thing, but I will just give you the brief on this and the client as well. And if you are seeing this, then I have permission from the client, obviously, to post this, because anytime that I film something like this, unless it's like a public audition and the audition, like text and everything is like publicly available, if it's an actual job that you are seeing, I have always asked the client for permission to post a video about it. So I have their permission. So this is another ad, which actually I'm not done very many ads at this point. I would love to do a lot more of them, to be honest. So I'm very happy that I get to do another ad. And this ad, they say, is for, it seemed to be like for everything. It was for social media, it was for TV, it was for radio, and I don't know, some other places possibly as well. And the license for this is 2 years. So they can show and play this ad for 2 years. And this ad is for cat and dog food. So there's going to be like 2 ads. Both are 20 seconds. One of them has dogs in it. The other has cats in it. And this is their food, which I think is great because I love animals. And so I love to do a commercial for them. I don't record every job ever that I do because it would just get boring. It would just be, here's another e-learning, here's more phone prompts, here's I don't know what. I like to mainly post when something is, I don't know if I want to say more significant, because it's not like more significant than the other things that I do, but it's more significant in the sense for me because I haven't really had anything that goes on such a wide scale before, which might be strange because I've been doing this for like 7 years. But I've been like, I want to say seriously doing this for like 4. So maybe it's not that strange. I don't know. But this is my journey with it, so it's just my journey. And anyway, you don't care about that. You're here for a voiceover session, so let's go. All right, so we're starting with the dog. And I'm gonna do 3 takes just to start with, and then I'm gonna see what I think about them. Okay, and just so you would understand, I'm gonna put the subtitles for this as well, so you know what I'm saying. Okay, take 1. Mänguhimulisele kutsikale, eakale lojaalsele sõbrale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Puhas naturaalne koeratoit, värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su koer vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Take 2. Mänguhimulisele kutsikale, eakale lojaalsele sõbrale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Puhas naturaalne koeratoit, värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su koer vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Gonna redo that last line. Ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Just because it didn't sound clear. Take 3. Mänguhimulisele kutsikale, eakale lojaalsele sõbrale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Puhas naturaalne koeratoit, värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su koer vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Okay. That was for the dog. Now we're going to do the takes for the cat. Let me just switch the tracks because I have everything separate. And make sure you save your project file in between your takes because you might just crash and lose everything. Nobody wants that. Okay. Water. Okay, the cat. The reader, shut off. Wake up. Okay, good. Take 1. Mänguhimulisele kassipojale, eakale elunautijale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Puhas naturaalne kassitoit, värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su kass vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Let me just check something. Hearing weird sounds. Okay, weird sounds have gone away. Yes. It was just the cables were having some interference. I could just hold it. That's better. I hope this doesn't obstruct the view. You can see it in this corner. Look how pretty it is. I think that's really pretty. Look. There's like deer on it. It's amazing. Anyway, take 2. Mänguhimulisele kassipojale, eakale elunautijale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Puhas naturaalne kassitoit, värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su kass vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Okay. So now what I would do is just go over these again and see if I'm happy with them. And if I'm not, or I think I can think of some different approach to this because I do have a brief for it, which was just warm, friendly, calm, and yeah, just calm voiceover. But if I can think of any other ways to do that, I might do another take. The most common is to send 3 takes, and mostly I do that. Sometimes I send more than that. I always send however many the person would want, and if they haven't told me how many they want, then it's kind of up to me. But the standard is 3 takes, and sometimes I'll do more, sometimes I'll do fewer. So now I will see if I like any of them. And then we're going to see what we're going to do. Okay, so now that I've heard it, I'm gonna do 2 more takes, I think. And I'm gonna try to take it a little bit slower. Obviously, in the end, it'll be up to them how they wanna put it over the ad. But I know the ad is 20 seconds. And I'm a little bit faster than 20 seconds. And for the script, they say that the reading speed is about 23 seconds. So I'm just going to give them a few slower takes as well. Mänguhimulisele kassipojale, eakale elunautijale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Puhas naturaalne kassitoit, värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su kass vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Okay. Now I will listen over them one more time. And then I think I'm pretty much there where I want to be with this session. And then I'm going to edit these, obviously, just some very basic editing. It's basically just cleanup and some EQ, but not much else. Because I imagine they just want to do most of it themselves. And then I will send them over to the client, and then I shall wait for feedback. And I just dropped my water bottle. I shall wait for feedback, and then based on that, we're going to see if I need to do anything more or if they're happy with it. And yeah, that's the recording session done. So, congratulations to us, you and I, the voice actor, and you, the viewer. Or maybe you are also a voice actor. I don't know who you are, but congratulations to you as well, because why not? Hello, I'm at the gym, and just letting you know, we have a pickup, which is a completely normal part of the process. It's just that the client got back to me and they said that they had a mistake in the original script, and they also asked for more energy, completely reasonable requests, and I will be recording them as soon as I get home from here. And yes, I'm recording this from the gym because as soon as I get home, I will immediately teleport to be behind the microphone. I can't even get through the door. And yeah, because I never want to be the person who's like lagging behind on a project. I want to get everything done as quickly as possible for the client. And so, since I record at nights, I would like to hope this is pretty nice because they will just wake up and the delivery will be on their table by morning. So, let's go and do the pickup. Mänguhimulisele kutsikale, eakale lojaalsele sõbrale, eakale lojaalsele sõbrale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Pure natural, pure natural, pure natural. Koeratoit värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su koer vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Mänguhimulisele kassipojale, eakale elunautijale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Pure natural, kassitoit värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su kass vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Alrighty then. And just like before, I will just listen over them and see what I think about them. Gonna do one more for the cat. Mänguhimulisele kassipojale, eakale elunautijale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Pure natural, kassitoit värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su kass vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Okay, so I'm happy with the cat, I think, but not so much with the dog. And now I'm gonna do 4 more. I just thought they were a little bit too fast and not focused enough. Mänguhimulisele kutsikale, eakale lojaalsele sõbrale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Pure natural. Koeratoit värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su koer vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. So what I am hoping for with these is that there's some variety in here, and hopefully they are a bit better than the first time you saw me. Hopefully these are also more energetic, but we will see. So now I'm gonna listen over this once again and see if I'm happy with it. Okay, I listened over them one more time and I think I'm happy with the dog now as well. And now I'm just gonna edit it. You know the drill. And once that's done, I'm gonna straight away send them over and we will see what they think. So if I look a little rugged today, it's because I'm actually not feeling that great, just physically. Before going to the gym, I was feeling pretty bad, but then I took a little nap, felt a little better, went to the gym, did my thing, came back, and then started to kind of feel bad again. But then I was like, no, like I need to just focus. I need to show up for this, and because I try not to be like, I try not to not show up. Like if I can get through like whatever I'm feeling, then I will show up for work. And because I don't want to make the client wait unnecessarily. And so once I was working, I started to feel better again. And so now I'm hopeful that, because ideally how I'm feeling should not show in my takes. It should not show in my work, like how I, like the person doing this, is feeling. And it's just so interesting to think about, because I've had this before. Like I've been on stage and I'm just not feeling great at all for some reason physically. And because you know, when you do theater, you can't be like, I'm feeling terrible today, so let's just skip it. I'll do tomorrow. It'll be fine. No, you have to go. You have to get on up the stage anyway, no matter what's going on with you. And the way that I've been dealing with it is just I just tell myself, okay, Kelly, you are feeling such and such, but your character is not feeling any of those things. And then I just try to focus on whatever the character is feeling and do my best to forget what I'm feeling. And honestly, it kind of works. I did the same thing here, although I don't have a character. You know, acting is still acting. And in voiceover too, even if you're not doing a character, this is still acting. You're still, where I suppose I'm selling something here. So that can be a sort of character, but you're still talking to people, you're still trying to connect with them anyway. And so I just tell myself, okay, I might be feeling whatever right now, but this character who's doing this, who's trying to sell this or talk about this, whatever the subject is, in voiceover, they're not feeling any of this. So they're like excited. They know that this is a good product. You should get the product. They're like, oh, I'm feeling terrible today. Like, no, just forget about it. And I'm actually feeling better than I was when I started. Like when I first started recording this pickup specifically. Was feeling great the other day, but now don't know what happened. Yeah, I'm just really hopeful it doesn't show in the takes. It should not show. Hopefully. If I'm doing my job correctly, it should not show how I was feeling just minutes prior. And I just want to say it's important to show up. If you can show up, if you can show up, show up. Only cancel when it's like really bad. You really can't make it. But you gotta know yourself. You gotta know when is it really bad. Are you pushing too hard? It's important to know. Right now it wasn't that bad, so I went with it anyway, and let's hope for the best. Also, if you are like, why are you not using your reader anymore that I was before? The reader has a cloud server that is down, so I can't get my script on it currently. And so I just have my laptop here right in front of me. And it's actually kind of a good thing, I guess, for people to see that like not everything just goes perfectly 100% well every single time you do something. Like there are going to be obstacles or challenges sometimes. And I mean, this is just a small thing, but still, it's kind of an annoyance when you're like, I want to use my reader. I can't get my script on it, so gotta find another way. Just gotta find another way. That's all it is. Hello, I'm in the kitchen. I'm boiling eggs. And the client just got back to me, and there was another small issue, but this time on my side. Basically, they said that the brand name, Pure Natural, sounded like it was said in Estonian. It wasn't. But I think what happened was that because it's written, like the words are written together in the script, so instead of being pure natural, like 2 words, it's 1 word, which made me pronounce it differently because I was just applying, I guess, my like Estonian language rules to it, but it's supposed to be said in English. So I still said it in English, but I applied the Estonian language rules, which is that, like, if you write words together or if they're separate, they are instantly pronounced differently. So, like, in Estonian, it would be like if you put pure natural together, it becomes pure natural instead of pure natural. So they just asked if I could just like record this part again, and I did, and thankfully that time they said it was solved. But in my brain I was like instantly, like as soon as they told me that it sounds Estonian, I was like, oh my god, but I said it in English. What if it's one of these cases where I've had this before, where I just can't say something right in English. Like it still keeps on sounding wrong, and I can't get it right for some reason. And so I was like, what if I can't get this right? Like, I don't really know how to say this any differently. Like after I'd already sent over the new takes and they hadn't replied yet, I was like, oh my god, if it's still wrong, if it's still wrong, I don't know. I think I might be running out of the tricks up my sleeve to say this any differently. I'm sure I would have come up with something and eventually we would have gotten it, but my brain is just instantly off when like something like this happens. It's like, you're gonna lose the job now because you can't say the brand name right, so they're gonna hire somebody else who can. And I'm like, okay, just calm down, you're just running way off with this. We haven't even heard back from the client. But again, nuances in this process. I hope you are enjoying seeing what it is like to record something. When I make a mistake, I think the most important thing for me to do is just fix it as quickly as possible. So even though right now is daytime and I record at nights, thankfully it was quiet enough for me to just redo these few takes just saying pure natural. I really don't want to make the client wait any more than they have to. By the way, how do you know that an egg is done boiling? How do you know it's ready? I think most people probably know this, but if you don't, what you should do is just get the egg out and just watch how quickly it dries. You probably can't see, but I can see. If it dries, like the shell dries within seconds, it's done. And if it like keeps on being wet for more than a few seconds, like if it takes time for it to dry, then it's not done yet. So if you know this, you should get pretty much perfect boiled eggs. Like this one's ready every single time. Hello, I'm at the gym again. I'm matching the equipment I'm seeing. Look, I'm red and black, and this is red and black. This is not a surprise because I'm here 4 times a week. 5 times if I can make it. But an update from the client. So now it's been like, what? Maybe 1 week or 2 since I finished the project. After I got the brand name right, finally, I didn't have to record anything again. However, about like 5 days ago or something, the client got back to me and they wanted to extend the license. So the original commercial, both of them are 20 seconds, but they wanted to make a 10-second version as well. So that's all they wanted to do. I didn't have to record anything again. I just had to say, yes, you can do it. And by the way, I've been paid for every single change in this project. The original thing that I did, the pickup that I did, and now the license extension as well. So that's great. That's how these things are supposed to work. And yeah, it seems like even though I was feeling pretty bad the other day, seems like it didn't show. Because I'm in communication with 2 people. One of them, I guess they're both my clients, because this project came to me through a voice bank. So I'm in communication with the voice bank person, and then in direct communication also with the client, who has the end client on their end. And the voice bank said that the client seems very happy. So if the client is happy, I'm very happy as well. And yeah, now we're just waiting to see when these commercials will come out, and then I will add them to this video. By the way, just wanted to show you this gym. If you're like, what kind of rusty ass weights are these? That's Soviet Union for you. Yeah, they came here as well, the whole occupation and everything. In Estonia too, so now it's kind of funny because everywhere is like a mix of 2 things, the modern things, like look at this. Beautiful modern machine. Soviet Union. Possibly, I think. You can, barely make up the numbers on these things. There's barely anywhere to hold on to. Beautiful modern machine. Soviet Union. So it's just funny, the mix of things. I mean, they're all good. They all work. It's just interesting. Does anyone know what is this thing? What is this for? Maybe I'm being really stupid that I don't know what it's for, but it's not part of my routine. So I'm like, what is... This looks like medieval torture machine of some sort. I'm sure it's not, but I don't know what it's for. I can't even like guess what would you do with this? I'm seriously interested. If anyone knows what this is for, just I don't know, comment down below.
Pure Natural. Kõik, mida su kass vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Pure Natural. Kõik, mida su koer vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Mänguhimulisele kutsikale, eakale lojaalsele sõbrale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Pure Natural. Koeratoit värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su koer vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja. Mänguhimulisele kassipojale, eakale elunantijale ja kõigile seal vahepeal. Pure Natural. Kassitoit värskest lihast ja looduslikest koostisainetest. Kõik, mida su kass vajab ja mitte midagi, mida ta ei vaja.
Hello, I'm in the forest, I'm in the pre-forest area. I don't know what to call it. It's just like a place where you can sit and just be, and it's raining like crazy. But I don't care. I was like, I need to walk, so I came out here anyway. And because I'm under something, this rain is not really getting that much onto my things. Just making sure to cover up. Sorry if you can see raindrops. But anyway, you just heard me pronounce the brand name right. Didn't lose the job. Yes. And now everything's done. This is the life of a voice actor, right? You do the project, and everything's all well and good, and then the project comes out and you have to find it. And I'm always like, I want to ask the person, like the client, for the final product because I need it for my portfolio. And people often ask, they're like, don't they just like send it to you once the thing is done? And like sometimes they do. A lot of the times they don't. You do have to ask. I asked one time, but I think something happened. I don't think they saw my message or something, but then because I'd already asked about this video, like, can I show this process? I asked 2 times for that too, because I guess they just didn't see it. And they, finally said, yeah, sure. Just wait until the commercials come out. They're out now, so I can post this. Because I'd already asked for this, I was like, I don't want to ask again, like, can I get the final product? Because, I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm being annoying. And I don't want to be that annoying person, like that sad little voice actor who's just like, please send me, like, can you please send me the final thing? Especially because I'm not the only person that they're working with. This commercial is like in other countries too. I believe probably all over the Baltics. And I'm just the Estonian person, or for the Estonian version of it. And especially if these voice actors like didn't ask. But this means that as a voice actor, you have to go hunting for the final thing if you want to ever have it and like showcase it in any way. And so I went hunting and I found it on Channel 2. I think it's been out for about a week now or something. It's actually my mom saw it first and she was like, hey, that's your commercial. I'm like, I need to see it. Because I too, like, I'm curious to see how it turned out and like what did they go with in the end? Which take that they go with? And it's interesting because this happens so often to me that whatever I think is my best take, the client doesn't end up choosing. I don't know what it is. Maybe like I can't judge it very well myself. What is my best take? And in this one, like with this commercial, I didn't really have a best take. Like I didn't have really anything in mind, but it was still interesting to see which one they picked in the end. And then I listened to it very closely, because the script is so similar across both commercials that I was just like, yeah. I was wanting to see if they like used the same take or several different ones, because the script is so similar that you could just swap out a few words and just use basically the same thing, the same take. And actually they've used different takes, which I think is pretty cool. If you were to ask me what does it feel like to see that on TV and to like listen to it, it feels like a mix of things. It feels, first of all, I just think it's cool. Like it's pretty neat that like I get to do this from my bedroom and it goes straight to TV. And like just the fact that it's there at all, because like other commercials like that other people have done, I listen to those too, and I'm like, those people to me feel like the real voice actors. Like I still, even though I have been doing this for more than several years now, I still feel like, I don't know, my path is just so different and unconventional that I'm like, I don't know, am I like a real actor or what? Like I'm getting there so differently from other people, and sometimes that makes me feel, I don't want to say like less than them, but that's the only thing that's like coming up for me right now. I'm like, I don't know, I'm just kind of here carving my own path with this. And so when things end up on like such a large, because it's a national commercial, now everybody can see it, right? When things end up on such a large scale, then it's cool, but it's also scary in some ways, and in other ways I'm just like, it's just crazy that I'm there along with the others, the other real actors. I don't know what to call you. If there's any real actor watching this right now, I don't know what to call you other than a real actor. It's not like I'm not a real actor. It's just, I have to remind myself, your path is different, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong, It's just different. Go all the way starting this as a hobby, and now it's there. Now it's there on TV. That's pretty cool. It really is. And one other thing I would like to say just about this voice bank, it was so cool to see that in the contract, every job that I do with this voice bank, it's like they have an AI protection clause in the contract. So it was like, at no point in time, not now, never in the future, is the client allowed to use this for generative AI purposes, which is great. Yes, that's what we want. Because, I've asked some other voice banks that have like wanted me to join them, like, what's your stance on AI? Do you have AI protections? What's going on with that? And sometimes they go crickets. I don't hear anything back, but this voice bank just in very clear writing, you cannot use this for generative AI, never ever. And so that was also great to see. Because with this AI thing, I'm still trying to figure out like what my overall stance on this is, because obviously I'm against it, but there's also a part of me that's like, it's never going away. So in a way it might end up that we just have to work with it whatever way we can, but I think we're just not there yet. like we don't have the terms and the laws and everything that we need to do this ethically. So right now I'm just kind of opposed to it, and I'm happy to see protections for voice actors. Who knows what's gonna happen in the future, but yeah, right now just happy to see that in a contract. You know, this is not the only job that I've done since like the last time you saw me here on YouTube, but it is one that I'm filming again. And you might wonder why. And there are several reasons for that. One of them is that I simply like to sometimes, if it's like a super interesting job for me, or there's something new that I can think of to talk about, then I want to film the process. I know it's kind of my voiceover channel, but so if I did anything else, like if I did some kind of physical acting, I was in a movie or something, I would still want to make some kind of behind the scenes video about it, because I just think the process is interesting, for one thing. And for another thing, it's just fun for me to do this. I like doing this. And for another thing, I think it might be useful for anyone who is into voice acting or just acting in general and wants to know the behind the scenes of this stuff. Because I know I am like that. I like to see other people's processes. I like watch other people's videos that they've done of their like voiceover process, and also just acting process in general. I like to see that. I like to see the process in their head. Like, what are they thinking? Like, what sort of challenges are they running into? And I wish more people did this. And so I just want to talk about it. And for myself as well. It's kind of like a diary that I can look back on and be like, oh, what was I thinking back then when that happened? And for people out there who want to like manifest this sort of thing in their life, I think it's important but also helpful to see, like, what does this actually look like if I want to do this? It's helpful to have something to picture in your head. Not that you need it, but it's helpful to like see it and think about yourself in that situation. Like, what would it be like for me if I was there in their position doing this? Anyway, it was super cool to work on this, and here's to more commercials, and here's to more projects. And one last thing that I just remembered, it's kind of funny, because sometimes, especially when I tell people that I've like voiced a commercial or something, they ask me, they're like, so like, are you one of those people who likes watching commercials? And here's the thing, I'm gonna be honest with you. It depends, okay? It depends, because if I am there and I'm like watching a movie or a video or something and I really want to see that video, then and a commercial comes on, then I'm just like everybody else. I'm just like, yeah, we know, okay? And I skip it, even if it's my own. I'll be like, yeah, we know. Just let me get to my movie or my video or whatever. And then other times, if I'm like, I don't know, I'm doing something else. Let's say I'm cooking in the kitchen and there's a commercial that comes on radio. Then yes, I turn on my voice actor ears and I listen to what the other artists are doing, so that I can like be more informed and educated, and maybe I'll get something out of it. Just to listen to how other people do this, because I do think that that's important. Anyway, back to Kelly from a month ago now. Yes, it's been a month. How crazy. And look, my hair is purple. Just dyed it today again. Back to a month ago. So that was the session. And I'm still holding this. We're just roll with it. Okay? We're just doing this tonight because I'm in a silly mood. But yeah, that was another session recorded straight from home. Didn't need to go anywhere. I'm very happy for any work in any kind of acting medium. I don't even care what medium it is. I just want to work. I just want to act, man. Please. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this and didn't think it was too silly. And if you are a starting voice actor and you're just trying to gather data on how this works and hey, I want to do this from home, I want to see how it works, then it's not as scary as you might think it is. And it's also not as difficult. I think that's all I wanted to say. I guess it's my channel, so I can just ramble on and on here for however long I want. My channel, my rules, my home, my rules. My channel, my buffoonery. But yeah, I hope the client likes it, and here's to more work. I'm trying to do dumb thumbs up. Here's to more work. Okay, good night. I don't know why I'm waving this around at you, but I am just in a great silly mood tonight. And actually, work is very important for my mental health. I have learned that about myself, which I think is true for most actors, I think. Like, if you just go a long time with nothing, you have no work at all, you start to kind of feel just very down and out of it, and even worthless, to be honest. Which I know this sounds terrible because it is terrible, but it's just how it is with this profession. I think it is a difficult profession, but I love it at the same time, and I love when I have work. So, to any of my future collaborators out there, if there's anyone out there watching this right now and is like, I want to work with her, or I'm getting ready to approach her, or something you're doing, like a background check or something, that's why you're here. I just can't wait until you do approach me, because I'll probably be like, yes, oh my God, another job, another project, another person. Yes, I can't wait to work with you, to be honest. That's true. That's just the truth, and I hope we'll talk soon.